In 12 minutes to Vinh Quang, mobsters hope to purchase freedom for entire Vietnamese families, if they can just avoid the cops. Please welcome Writers of the Future Judge Rebecca MOESTA and Illustrators of the Future Judge Dave DORMAN.
Tim Napper, author of 12 Minutes to Vinh Quang, is an Australian currently living in Hanoi, Vietnam. In 2002, Tim worked for a year as a volunteer in Mongolia, managing a project to support street children. After this, he became an international aid worker and spent the subsequent 11 years working and living throughout Asia. Although he has been a voracious reader of science fiction since he was a boy, Tim only began writing fiction 2 years ago. Please congratulate author Tim Napper.
Wow. G'day. You speak Australian. I want to say two things. The first thing is to thank my family. This would have been impossible without them. They're watching through the webcast. They're watching through the webcast at the moment from Vietnam. It's quite early in the morning there. Hi guys. Daddy will be home soon. The second thing is this competition. Writers of the Future is more important today than it has ever been in its 31-year history. It's more important than it has ever been because this industry is tougher than it has ever been, especially for new writers. It's tougher than ever to cut through in an increasingly fragmented marketplace. It's tougher than ever to cut through the white noise of 1,000 slush piles and 1 million new novels published every year just in America. What are the chances of an Australian bloke living in Vietnam, who no one's ever heard of, coming here to America and meeting some of the biggest names in the genre, learning from them, being taught by them, doing workshops with them? Zero. If not for this competition, it cuts through. The money, the publication, the recognition, and the workshops matter now more than ever. So if you're here as a fan, as a reader, if you're watching as a reader, please keep doing what you're doing. Please keep buying books. And if you're with Author Services, Galaxy Press, if you're one of the judges, please keep doing what you're doing, because we writers need you more than ever. Thank you.
My involvement here with the Illustrators of the Future actually started way back before there was an Illustrators of the Future, back when the book was just being published and they asked up-and-coming illustrators to put illustrations to some of the stories. There was no contest, it was just reaching out to young people and giving them exposure. Since then, we've had Illustrators of the Future touch many, many lives, many, many artists over the years. But I want to say that the lives that were touched explicitly with Illustrators of the Future is a very small percentage of the artists who dream around the world. And those dreamers should not be stopped. They should continue with their art and continue with the love of what they do, and they will succeed just as much as any of these artists succeed here with Illustrators of the Future. Quinlan Septer, illustrator of 12 Minutes to Quang, was born in Tucson, Arizona, and raised in Michigan. Most of his early inspiration came from immersing himself in video games and card games. As Quinlan grew older, he sought deeper and more meaningful inspiration, which he found in the old masters painters. Their work helped him to better understand the technique and the purpose of his own art. Please congratulate artist Quinlan Septer.
Well, here I am. First of all, I'd like to thank all of you for coming out here. I know a lot of you have traveled a long way, I'm sure. And I'd like to thank my family, especially my mom, for bugging me to keep entering this competition. I'd also like to thank the author services and the whole crew at Galaxy Press. It's incredible to be able to be a part of such a gathering of beautiful minds and people. And I'd like to thank the judges and for bestowing your knowledge upon us. It's something that I think will stick with us illustrators for a while. And speaking of the other illustrators, I'm gonna miss our deep philosophical hotel discussions. It's been really great to meet you guys. You're all incredibly inspiring to me. And also thank you, Tim, and for creating such a challenging story and fun story for me to illustrate. And yeah, thank you.